What's going on, guys? Today is a different kind of a podcast. Visually, I guess. It is nighttime. Today was Thursday. It's actually now Friday again. So, this past week, it's 1 a.m. if that's what you're wondering. After I get off work, this past week has been annoying to film. So I don't work Mondays. I work 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday, 10-hour days, 2:30 to 1 a.m. With a half-hour lunch. And so Tuesday I rode my bike, and for whatever reason the camera shut off. No, the camera died halfway through the ride. Ran out of battery. I just forgot to charge it. That was my fault. So that was kind of trash. I couldn't really use that. And I was also feeling kind of low energy. So it was kind of a boring day. Man, why do I... It's like I keep missing first, or occasionally when I'm shifting down. It's like it bounces off first sometimes. Not really sure what that is. And then Wednesday, I didn't ride because it was really crappy weather. So I rode in my car, I should say. I drove my car. Because it was just, kind of a cold, rainy day. And I don't normally mind the rain too much, but it was just, I don't know, I had 2 days in a row where I just kind of didn't feel like riding. First day I still went because it was still good enough weather. I didn't really want to miss that opportunity. And then Thursday, which was yesterday. No, today's Thursday. What the hell? Yeah. Okay, so on the way here, Thursday, on the way to work, my camera stopped recording like... Okay, let's try this again. Not exactly sure where it decided to turn off, but I know it was like within a minute ago. I'm going to see if I can keep that first bit of clip in, and hopefully... Well, I think I figured out why it turned itself off. I don't even know if I got to the part where I said it turned itself off. So today, when I was going to work, my camera just stopped recording 4 minutes in, and I didn't notice. Until I got all the way here. Or all the way to work, I should say. I'm not at work anymore. I'm on the side of the road. Because my camera stopped again. And I figured out why. It said on the screen that the voice stopped the camera. There's voice controls that are very unreliable on this camera and that I've never really learned to use. So I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying to trigger it. But I don't get it. There is a setting to turn off voice controls, which I thought I had off. But apparently it just magically appeared to be on. So, turn it back off. Now we're trying again. We're going to continue down the road. And instead of taking the fast way back, the highway, because particularly tonight, I'm not feeling very tired. So I'm going to take the way I take to work back from work, except now it's dark and I'm going in reverse. So it's a little bit... let's say I've never been this way backwards before. at night on my motorcycle. So, let's get to it. Okay. Going straight. I have that annoying fog in that one spot in my visor again. That just fogs up, and I don't get why is it that one spot? I don't get it. How is it possible that there's only one spot in my visor off to the right that fogs up? Not too big a deal because it's off to the right, not really in my center of vision, but it is still kind of annoying. Okay, let's turn on the high beams there. It would suck if a deer jumped out or something, but not gonna go too fast. So I guess I'm gonna try and talk about what I want to do with my channel, which is what I was gonna talk about, or I did talk about on the way here to work today, but because the video got cut off, you didn't hear any of it. So today I'm gonna be talking about kind of what I want to do with my channel, and essentially it's gonna be I want to do, eventually, I would like to do this podcast. I don't know how often I'll be able to keep it up. But I would like to do it at least once a week. This is the Rambling Rider podcast. I don't even know if I got to that point in the intro, sort of, or if I even mentioned it in the first part of this clip. But yeah, welcome to the Rambling Rider podcast, where we're still having technical problems. So today I'm just going to be rambling about what my tentative plans are for my channel and just kind of the content I want to have on it. And that's basically just, I want to have obviously some motorcycle content, and maybe eventually I'll have some builds of a motorcycle. I'd love to get more into, let's see here, I think this is where I turn. Like I said, we're going backwards. I should have blinkered there. There we go. Now we're going up a hill, so kind of had to downshift there, going around that corner too. Trucks. I love signs that are just very vague. It's just like, trucks. Okay. Is that a car's headlights? No, that's a stop, street sign. Street light. Okay. So I'd love to do like motorcycle builds one day, although that's maybe a little bit less of a priority right now because I already have a nice functioning motorcycle. Obviously I'll eventually do some customizations to it. Ooh, was that an owl? You guys probably didn't see that, but there's something flying across the street there. 45, let's see. What the heck gear am I in? I think I'm in third. So I'll do some customizations probably to this bike. Maybe eventually I'll do an overhaul and make it really nice or something kind of cool, but I think before I do any big overhaul, I'll do like some minor customizations. Let's get that high beam on there. and we'll do some I'll probably end up getting another motorcycle before. Oh man, I keep forgetting how many turns there are in this road. I mean, this is so unfamiliar for me going backwards, especially at night. This is where that fog spot in my visor is getting annoying, going off to the right. So because this bike's nice and running well, and it's kind of, I guess, kind of like a daily driver for a motorcycle, I'll probably not do too much with it at the beginning, but I might get some other project motorcycle. I'm gonna I'd love to get more into off-roading. Yeah, so I'd love to get more into off-roading. Right now I don't really have a suitable rig to do off-roading. I mean, I have a Subaru Forester, which I mean, at least it's all-wheel drive, so it's not completely useless, but it's like still not off-roading worthy. It might be rough dirt road worthy, but that's not off-roading. And if I really wanted, I could do like one of those cool, like I've seen photos of people who kind of trick out a Subaru Forester type thing to look like it's a cool off-road type of thing, with a little bit bigger tires that stick out a little bit, and a roof rack, and yeah, there's a stop sign here. Okay. But I really just, I don't think it's a good platform to do it with, for one. You'd have to upgrade a lot of other components, like the drivelines stuff, to make sure that it doesn't break if you want to do the off-roading that I would like to get into, although I've never really had the right vehicle to do it. Like stuff you could kind of like, if you could take it to Moab and do some of those medium difficulty trails there. I know there's some of those that are like ridiculously difficult, that even those specifically designed like rock crawler bouncer bugs or whatever they're called, those things are like still have a difficult time doing those trails. Like I don't really need anything that spectacular, but you know, something that can get me almost anywhere I want to go, say in the United States, that there is like a road or a trail for a vehicle that goes there. Like I know, like I just said, not necessarily the super difficult trails, but like almost everywhere you go, like say you just put a pin on the map and say I want to get to the closest road to here, no matter what kind of road it is. Usually it's almost always a road that isn't like one of those extremely difficult ones. Like those extremely difficult ones are just like for the purpose of being difficult. Like they're not actually going to a destination. They built the trail to be a difficult road or trail, and not like to take you somewhere. You guys get what I mean? So I'd love to have like a rig like that. That'd be awesome. In my dream build vehicle for like the past good part of 5 years or so, maybe 4, but at least a couple years, last couple years of college, 2-3 years or so, I've been putting together this list, or not a list, a Google Doc that basically just outlines, and more than just outlines, it puts in high detail of everything that I'd want in my dream build vehicle. The only problem is it's not gonna be cheap. My estimates say, this off-road rig will be kind of an all-purpose rig. Like, it could potentially be a daily driver. It's going to be able to overland, which I also love overlanding. What the heck part of the road am I at? Yeah, like I've been saying, nighttime feels a bit weird. I know where I have to turn off. It's a stop sign right next to the Skyline restaurant. So I'm not lost. I just have to keep going until I find it. So I'd love to do a rig that can do all of that, like, decently well. But not necessarily any one specific thing super well, but just all of those things decently well. Like, comfortably good. And it's going to be expensive. My estimates were about 100,000, maybe, and that's actually on the low end. It's going to be, from the parts list that I put together and all their MSRP prices, like if you bought them new, would be around, ooh god, there's a groove in the road there, probably be closer to $120,000, which is not a cheap vehicle. Even a new vehicle, like if you just went out and bought the fanciest new Ford Bronco or Jeep Wrangler, I don't even know if it'd be that expensive. But those vehicles are not what I want, because they're still factory, even the top of the line, like Bronco or something, the new Ford Bronco, I should say. Those things look pretty sweet, but we'll see how they do long run, because they're only like a year old or less. I've been seeing some of them driving around. They look, I don't know, they look nice. But mostly I've been seeing more of I think they're the Sport, or the ones that are better for families. I'd love to have the two-door one. That'd be pretty cool, but yeah. Anyways, but if I had this dream build vehicle, it's going to be better than anything you could buy factory. And it's going to be based, or it would be based off of an FJ40 platform, which is a Toyota. Trying to make sure I'm not going to be hitting any gravel here. Yeah, and the FJ40 platforms, if you guys don't know, are like they're from like let's see, I think the late 60s and into the 70s and maybe early 80s. It's basically Toyota's take on a Jeep. Because Jeep had just came out and became super popular because they're from World War II, and they're like, super utilitarian and can basically, what made Jeeps famous, those military Jeeps essentially. And so Toyota decided to make a version to kind of take it on, which became known as the Land Cruiser. FJ40 was I think they had earlier models, they had FJ20s, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Like, the FJ40 was not the first Land Cruiser, as far as I'm aware. But I think the FJ series came right after, Jeep came out and it was a thing. And so essentially there's no like official documentation that says this, but everyone in the FJ community knows that the J in FJ stands for Jeep. And the F is just the engine type. So it's Toyota's F engine. And it's just the 40 series, I guess. There's just and so they had like the 40 series, which they had an FJ40, FJ43s, which are like an extended version. Then there's FJ45s, which is like a truck version, almost like the Jeep Gladiator. Why are there vehicles parked here? That's weird. We're getting kind of close to getting home. I honestly kind of just want to park somewhere and just talk, because man, it's been kind of annoying that like halfway through my rides I just keep noticing that it's getting kind of off or something. So it's been kind of pissing me off lately. So I just want to sit and talk. I might just sit at the Skyline restaurant here, actually. We'll go in this parking lot across the street and just kind of sit here. Kind of a lumpy parking lot. I gotta be careful. This is not a dirt bike, as much as I kind of wish it was. Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't know how to throw things in neutral. So yeah, that would be like, I think maybe just let this stupid helmet unfog or something. That would be the dream, would be having one of those, but like retro modded, severely modded, modernized, I guess is what the mod and retro mod means. So the idea would be to just throw something in it like an R2.8 Cummins engine. That'd be kind of sweet, because an old F engine, those things are pretty underpowered and probably get like 10 mpg or something. So, upgrade to something more modern. And as much as I'd like to have something more mechanical and rustic, like a 4BT Cummins, if anyone, I don't even know if any of my viewer base knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, that'd be cool. But it's just, I'd like to have the modern features of just like the service life of a new engine versus one that's ripped out of some old truck or something. And plus the R2.8 is like specifically a crate engine, like it's made to be super easy to just put in anything, as long as you can get the right adapters to a transmission and get all the intercooler and coolant plumbing all done. But yeah, that'd be the dream. And the moon's out. It's actually not cloudy right now. It's another good reason to stop. I kind of want to take my helmet off. I should probably turn off my headlight so it doesn't kill my battery. Yeah, I'm going to take my helmet off. Actually, I can't because I got the mic in here. I'll just leave it on. Whatever. Anyways. So that's another thing I want to do with my channel. So I might get into build videos of just like building things, vehicle-wise. I've never really been into like the fast car scene. I've kind of liked looking at them. I mean, some of the old classic Corvettes and Mustangs look cool, or old muscle cars, and for some reason McLarens have always caught my eye. I don't know why. I don't know that I'd ever want one though. It's just not my speed. Maybe literally and metaphorically, I don't know. But just doing builds, and I'd love to have my own shop and maybe run a business out of it. I don't know what kind of business, but maybe custom fabrication for vehicle parts or motorcycle parts or something like that. Let me make sure it's still running. Yep. Got like 3 minutes. His videos go for 30 minutes and then the camera cuts it off and there's like a 10-second or so gap until it starts a new clip, because for whatever reason it doesn't like video clips longer than 30 minutes. It's irregardless of like the frame rate and other stuff like that, which is weird. Anyways, it is kind of a nice night. I love that it's quiet. I've seen literally no one else on this road. It's beautiful. It's just a flashing red light over there. I feel like I'm in an old town that only has a flashing light. It has like the only intersection in the town or something. You know, something like Radiator Springs from the Cars movie. It is nice. Just to relax and take it all in. You guys probably can't see the stars. This isn't a very good camera in the dark, I don't think. You can probably see the moon up there, though. At least see that it's there. So yeah, I'd love to get into stuff like that, and then eventually I'd love to, I've always kind of wanted to buy some land, something like 20 acres or more, depending on what I can get. Right now is a terrible time for buying land, or just property market. It's high right now, but I suspect it'll crash maybe in the next few years, or maybe not crash, but just slum low, get lower and become more reasonable. But even then, I don't know if I'll have enough of a savings to buy anything at that point. Trying to see if I can. Yeah, I guess I'll just sit here. But yeah, I'd love to have land. I'd love to have a place where I could have my own gun range or something like that. That'd be kind of sweet. And build my shop on there. And a house. I don't know why I've always wanted to live in a log cabin. A semi-modern one, I don't know why. I've been in some log cabins and they feel really rustic, but then they don't have like very many windows. And so it always just feels really dark in there. Okay. Yep, there's a new video. Yeah, so it always feels real dark in there. And I hear a car coming. We'll see what they're gonna do. I hope they just drive by and aren't coming to sit in this spot, too. Yeah, just driving by. And I know there's log cabins. A lot of people say they're high maintenance and to keep them very long, or they kind of get dirty quickly. A lot of people say that, like, if you look inside log cabins, all the walls, because they're all logs, they collect dust, like they're not flat walls. But there's ways. I've seen log cabins which have drywall on the inside, which I think could be kind of cool. I don't know, I really like the aesthetic look of a log cabin from the outside, and then on the inside, like, some walls be the logs, while others are drywall, like a normal house. I think that would be an awesome, just an awesome house to have, and to raise a family in, and have a lot of land, and maybe have a small garden, just enough to get some of our fruits and vegetables. Here comes another car. Yeah, that would be the dream. So I'm not... What are they doing? just sitting there. It's like an electric car. It's completely silent. They're windshield washing their windshield. What are they doing? Are they drunk or something? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what kind of car that is. It's not a Tesla. Kind of looks like it has Tesla wheels, though. Dude, what are they doing? I don't know, maybe I'll start going. It has been nice sitting here. I can see my breath a little bit. But anyways, that's kind of what I plan to do with my future, and whether I take along my channel. I'd like to, but I don't know if I'm going to be serious with this channel or not yet. If it starts to grow, I'll probably keep around. But I am a mechanical engineer, so I imagine once I actually get to a more serious job. Right now, I'm just the first job out of college, is trying to just get some experience under my belt. I imagine I'll get pretty busy. So, hey, they're finally moving. Maybe they're lost. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what I'll do with the channel. It's kind of just I'm gonna wing it for now. I'd love to get more into like high quality edits and cinematic shots and stuff like that, but right now it's just kind of gonna be a basic, mostly uncut video. There's going to be some parts of this video I'm going to cut out, purely because I started cussing because I thought the camera stopped again. I was getting real pissed. So we'll see. I might eventually have this podcast move to a second channel, and might be something like Scott Milk Uncut or something like that, and it's just going to be like these type of videos where they're just uncut, it is what it is type of videos, and then I'll put the nice high quality stuff eventually, if I get there, onto my main on this channel. So yeah, I'd love to do something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna start riding here. I don't know, the rest of this ride I might not talk a whole lot, just because I'm finally in a calm mood, and it might just be a good place to cut the video anyways. So I'm going to just end the video with a ride home. No talking. You guys can probably hopefully get to hear my motorcycle a little bit more. I've noticed this mic is not quite the quality I was hoping, but it could be because it's plugged straight into my camera. It might be better to get one of those independent audio recorders and stick it in a pocket. That way I could also get off the bike and walk around, because right now my camera is mounted to my tank and I have a mic cable going to the camera, so I kind of have to I can't really walk away from my bike, so you guys can't really see. Eventually I might actually take the camera off, show you guys around my bike, if I actually do some more motovlogs or something during the day or on the weekend or something. But we'll see. Anyways, gonna ride home. Enjoy the ride. This fog spot did not get any better. figure that out when I get home. Actually, it got a lot worse. I don't even need gas here. It's a little bit downhill. Okay, I always check over my shoulder, even if I think nobody's here. God, I can't see. Going to attempt to ride with my visor all the way open. No, thank you, light. Dude, what the hell? Even my right mirror is fogging up, but not my left. What's up with the right side of everything fogging up?